Yo, what's up? It's Cole Hill, a.k.a. Killa C. Make sure you get my new book, From Crime to Christ, Thumbprints of God in the Life of a Criminal. And as soon as you do that, on Amazon, of course, make sure you stay tuned to It's Just Music on Signature Series Network on Roku TV, yo.
It's a party, I'm gonna cut your hair off. I'd like to feel your skin so soft. You're gonna reach your climax.
LB Sickning making another video for my sickos. And today I got my boy John with me. We're doing a little different today. He's on Zoom. Say what's up, John.
What's up?
He's also known as Zuka, man. He's on a few tracks with me. Check out Close Your Eyes, or what's that one we got coming out soon?
Forbidden Thief.
That's right. That was a movie, man. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it to come out. Alright, so today we're gonna cover an artist that actually he no longer makes music, man. He quit making music, I don't know, about 8-9 years ago. He's got quite a story. I was supposed to interview him on Saturday, so we'll see what happens. You know, hopefully that goes down. So let me tell a little bit about how I found out about Killa C, man. Killa C made a song with Tech 9 back in the day. I forget the name of the song, but anyways, I was at the gathering of the Juggalos, 2003, 2004, something like that. And it was the very first day. I just got into just the parking lot. I wasn't even in the event yet. And Killa C came up and he had a CD, and you know, he had to have his face painted, and he looked cool as hell, man. And that alone made me buy the CD. I ended up becoming a fan. I watched his career, man, and yeah, man. So let me show you the first Killa C song I ever heard. You ever heard of Killa C, John?
No, sir.
Never?
No.
Not one time. What the fuck? No. Alright, so check this out, man. This is, I don't even know how old this is because he took it down. Somebody else re-uploaded it. But I know it's pretty old. Anyways, this is Killa C, Torn music video. Check it out.
Jesus Christ once said that it is easier for a camel to walk through the eye of a needle than for a man to walk through the gates of heaven. This is my story of the same struggle. Here we go.
I was born into this life of sin, and I promised my father I wouldn't do it again, but here I am, stuck in the middle. My heart's with the Lord, but my body's with the devil. Even though I meant every word that I said, this buster motherfucker needs to be dead.
Keep in your head, I know you struggling, juggling scriptures. Don't do it, man, you gotta think of your brothers and sisters. Manslaughter, Killa C, will you listen? I know you really don't want your daughter to see you in prison. Make a decision, cause the wages of sin is death. It doesn't matter if you're breaking this shit to his neck.
There ain't no way I can just let him walk. His actions have earned him an outline in chalk. Besides, homie, this wouldn't be the first time, so I'ma smoke this bitch, and then I'll be fine. Between the life that I lead, the way that I live, and how I should be. So torn and twisted, but this soul will never be lifted. I asked and I got it, hell, I bought it. I'm getting what I earned, cause I never even fought it. Can't go back, stuck in his ways, to the wicked one, made himself a slave.
I know you paid your dues, went through a terrible cycle. That's why I pray for you and hope you bury your idols and carry your Bible. Walk the walk, talk the talk, try again. Don't die in sin, he'll give you the strength up in the lion's den. Don't let them demons take you, they whisper in your ear. They tell you pull the trigger, laughing cause the end is near. I know you feel the pressure, couldn't bad incredible. God wants to show you the real, but you won't let him, bro.
I know, and it's not like that's my only problem. My struggles and issues, it's my fault, I got them. Even this rotten fuck knows what I'm about. That's why he's expecting a slug in the mouth. My justice is quick, I shall make him brainless. I promise to be swift and make his end painless. I think I can do it, and get away with it. Regardless, dog, I love you, don't ever forget it. Torn between the life that I lead, the way that I live, and how I should be. So torn and twisted, but this soul will never be lifted. I asked and I got it, hell, I bought it. I'm getting what I earned, cause I never even fought it. Can't go back, stuck in his ways, to the wicked one, made himself a slave. them when they won't stop screaming.
It's not even a question, you leaving a blessing behind. The Lord's teaching a lesson, it's keeping you stressing. But I'm trying to show you a better way, but you gonna have to fight. Jesus is watching, come on and make the sacrifice.
Right, okay, I'll make a sacrifice. How about I start with this motherfucker's life? I hear what you're saying and I know what you mean, but you're wasting your time trying to preach to me.
It's easy to see, you set in your ways, you ain't gonna change. You blinded by the enemy, you tasted the grave. But since the devil will start breaking the chains, there's grace in his name, man, you headed straight for the flames.
Torn between the life that I lead, the way that I live and how I should be. So torn and twisted, and this soul will never be lifted. I asked and I got it, hell, I bought it. I'm getting what I earned, cause I never even fought it. Can't go back, stuck in his ways, to the wicked one, made himself a slave. How do you expect me to change who I am? I believe in the power, but that's all I really can.
The power can change, man, devour the game plan of Satan. He's waiting, anticipating to shake hands.
You know our hands have already shaken, my friend. And at night I dream about burning in the
You know
end.
what you saying, you playing it, yo, the torture is real. Scorching your grill, I see the black horse on the hill.
So if death is coming one way or another, then I might as well kill this punk motherfucker.
Brother, there ain't another opportunity for you to stop. The time is now, turn the other cheek, don't pull the block.
Cocked and locked, the heat's up out my belt. I'm about to send this motherfucker to the depths of hell.
You can still bail, but your decision, I respect it. You now know the truth, you can accept it or reject it.
Fuck it.
That was pretty dope, though.
Yeah, man. Let me hit this dab real quick. I'll get with you. So what'd you think of that, man? For real.
That was pretty dope. I like the sound. I like the beat. I like the voices, the delivery. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, man. You know, when he put that video together by himself, and that I'm pretty sure that video is what made him blow up. You know what I'm saying? You know, touring with Tech Nine, and pretty sure he was signed to Strange Music and shit at one time. I don't know. Hopefully, we're gonna interview him. We'll have an interview on it. If so, here's a little piece of it. Yeah, for real. So I'm LB Sickning. Welcome to It's Just Music. You know what I'm saying? So what first got you into music, Killa?
So it's over 20 years ago now. You know, I was still basically a kid, still a teenager. You know, I just experienced, you know, the longest incarceration I'd ever had, and was out on my own. And while I'd been locked up, a close friend of mine had died in a police chase, and I was looking for a way to grieve that, to process that, and so I started writing a song. Through a very strange set of circumstances, I ended up on the phone with Violent J. He was actually in Denver working on the Bizarre album at that time, and so that I talked to him for probably the better part of an hour that day. And that was really what was fundamental in my inspiration to begin, although I think there were a lot of promptings and a lot of things working in different ways in me. Ultimately, you know, that was kind of the catalyst there. And then, you know, that's actually a story I talk about in my new book, From Crime to Christ, Thumbprints of God in the Life of a Criminal. One of many stories that are in there. So if you want more details and you want to dive deep, there you go. You can pick it up on Amazon for $14.99.
I definitely plan on picking that book up, man. I've been wanting to get it for a while. Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. I met you at the gathering of the Juggalos, and you handed me the Grave Plot CD that you had Tech Nine on. And that was the first time I ever heard of you. The Tech Nine song isn't what grabbed me, though. What grabbed me was your song Torment, I think it is.
Torn,
yeah. I don't know, man. I just became a fan, and I followed you for a really long time. Me and you used to talk on Facebook a lot. You know, I'm the owner of SicKKo ENT. Your song, I'm a Sicko. I'm coming out with the song January 14th with Lil Flip called
Cool.
I'm a Sicko.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. A lot of this is based off of what you used to do. You know what I mean? So I've been following you for a really long time. So it's really cool to be able to do this with you, bro. Like, okay, so who inspired you to make music, Killa?
Well, you know, I came up through the stream of the Juggalo scene, so to speak. So, you know, most of my people that I looked up to at the time were people who were, you know, on and around Psychopathic Records at the time, that particular genre. But prior to my time delving into the Juggalo world, you know, I really and still appreciate the lyrical talent of Tupac Shakur. I mean, you know, I know that might be a pretty standard answer and response or whatever, but you know, for me, he's always the greatest. And you know, I've always appreciated the lyrical talent, the rawness, the realism that's there. And as someone who's now an English teacher, being able to look at what he started as a genre of thug poetry that, you know, is put to a beat, I think is something that was ahead of its time. You know, that's something that I always, you know, anytime a Tupac song comes on, it always takes me back. It's just one of those, you know.
You're an English teacher now?
Yep. I teach English, social studies, and special education. I've actually been a teacher for 9 years now, believe it or not.
No kidding. I hope throughout this interview I don't offend you in any way.
Oh, don't worry about it. We're good.
I'm gonna be 100 with you. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like the last music video you made, bro, I was expecting you to be dead in a year. You know what I mean? Like you looked like you were death, bro. Like, and where you are from 9 years ago to where you are today, bro. Like you're definitely an inspiration for people who struggle with addiction and things like that. I can't wait.
Thank you.
Book. I can't. Do you still do music at all?
So, as advertised in the book, I did put out a new song last year called "Lead Me." It's a single that came out in I think it was August, so about a month before the book was published. And it's a standalone single. I used it to promote the book. A great song. You know, so when I do music now, it's different. You know, it's not the same because I'm not the same, and I'm thankful for that. I thank God for that every day. You know, because as you've observed, you know, had I continued on the path I was on, I would be dead or in prison, you know, for a very long time. So that's not something that I ever take for granted. But at any rate, so that song came out, and then you'll also see in the back of the book I've got information on my next album coming out next year.
Awesome, dude. Awesome.
I'ma lift your legs up and dive on in and smear your makeup. I'ma hear you scream like you in labor. As soon as I rip your panties up, I stuck my fingers in and cover your mouth in duct tape. I came to win. Coming on my dick, I'm coming on your face, I'm coming on your neck. So go on, tell me how to take. I'm telling homie, yo turn. Never mind the road burns. Now this bitch is useless. Now she got some throats.
Hell yeah, Saturday.
So yeah, man, that's the way he used to rap. You know what I'm saying? He don't rap like that anymore. I don't think he raps at all. You know, but.
Okay. About how long ago was that?
Well, that was 2003 when I got that CD.
Oh wow.
It's called Grave Plot. Yeah, man, it was a long time ago.
Okay.
Okay, so for the rest of the album, or for the rest of the show, I mean, we're gonna play his songs off of the War Stories album. Most of these are 9 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just made a book. I suggest you read it. It's a pretty good book from what I've seen, from what I've heard about it. I haven't read the whole thing yet.
All right.
Yeah, you know.
You have to send me that link. Did he write it under his artist name?
Killa C, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
All right. I'll look it up.
You know, when the video's done, I'm sure I'll have some kind of ad or something in it. So check this out. This is a good song. I remember this. This is Killa C, Life's Rough. 9 years ago, 142,000 views. Check it out. Yeah, it was Dirty Thugs Records, 2011. That was pretty much his goodbye song to everybody. If you watch it in the video, man, it shows him you know, it shows him at a desk with pictures of him on stage and stuff, and then all of a sudden they're changing the pictures and bringing in pictures of his family and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that's, if you pay attention to Killa C's career, man, you notice that that's really the reason why he stopped doing music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But tell me what you think, man.
I think a lot of people can relate to that song. I mean, it's, you know, real life, you know, times is tough. That song, even though it's a little old, you know, I think it applies today, you know what I mean?
Amen. I agree.
I need to get me some SicKko pillows, man. Shit.
Get him on Teespring, bro.
I don't even have no couch.
Hey, I like that shirt you got on now, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, plug the song.
Sarah. You ain't heard it yet? Go check it out on all platforms.
Yeah, we just made a song with international selling artist Mars, man.
Right.
He's known as the most controversial artist in America. Pretty dope. Song's called Sarah.
I think the song is pretty controversial.
I think it's the most controversial song I've ever made.
It's nuts, man.
It's not for everybody, man.
Hell yeah.
Who would you most like to collaborate with?
You know, I do features. You know, it's something that if people want to pay to have me on a track, I still do that. I do those occasionally. I get those requests, and I'm always happy to do that. You know, I've done quite a few of those over the years. But as in terms of a track for my own record, if I was to get anybody I could possibly want on there, you know, there's not a lot of people in the modern scenes, and this is probably to my own detriment, but there's not a lot of people in the modern scenes that I really am striving to be like, or even get a piece of whatever they have going on. I'm kind of outdated in that. When I put out music and when I do music now, it's an expression of my faith, an expression of where I'm at, and it's something that I put out there to help people who come to it. So, you know, I'm not on it promoting it in the way that I used to. I'm not running it like a business. You know, I've always loved the creative process. And for me, that's always the thing that was so freeing, even when I was as sick as I was. So on that note, I mean, I'm always open to the idea of something bigger. But having been through so much in the music industry and knowing what a lot of that actually takes, I'm happy and content with the life that God has blessed me with that I have now. So, but that's all good. That being said, you know, if you were going to give me a golden ticket that I could cash in with any artist that's still doing music now, you know, one of the ones that comes to mind is Lecrae.
He's an awesome artist.
You know, and he's closer to the genre of what I am now. I mean, but I like the message and I appreciate what he does. You know,
like Trip Lee?
Say it again.
Trip Lee? Do you like Trip Lee?
I'm not sure who that is. I'm sorry.
It's Lecrae's boy. He's a preacher and stuff. I saw him at Winter Jam.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So probably.
he's dope, man. Yeah, my stuff's horrorcore too, you know, and I'm in that genre. But yeah, you know, I got the Lord in my life too, man.
That's awesome.
Check out Wake Up. You know.
So, you know, I don't have any judgment or anything for anybody, so you don't need to qualify that. You know, I have a lot of love and respect for juggalos. I have a lot of love and respect for people doing their grind, even if it's not consistent with my lifestyle and beliefs now. I mean, I don't have any reason to be looking down on anybody. So don't ever think that. I mean, I get collab requests. Sometimes it's funny, you know, I get collab requests from people And I mean, it's straight up horrorcore, and they'll send me their stuff, and I'll do my thing on it, and they'll get it back, and they'll be happy. And I mean, it's a bit of a juxtaposition, kind of like the Torn song that you referenced earlier. But you know, I just do it how I feel called to do it these days. You know.
Right. That Torn song, man. I mean, a lot of people can relate to that. That's a lot of people's lives. You know what I mean? I mean, right here, I got Jesus right here, and I got a devil right here. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people's lives. So what's your creative process like? Do you like sip tea, or you know, did you used to smoke before you'd go in the booth, whatever?
So when I write, you know, I pick out a beat first. Obviously, I always like to have the beat going when I'm writing. Nowadays, the last couple albums even that I've written completely on a computer, just by typing my lyrics. I found that to be a much more efficient process than writing by hand. You know, so I just listen to the beat, type the lyrics. I like to use noise canceling headphones when I do that, so that I can drown everything out, and the only thing I can hear is, you know, the music and the sound of myself belting out whatever I'm trying to come up with at the time. Generally, I like to be alone for that. Early in the morning, nothing but coffee. That's kind of my most productive time for thinking creatively. You know, I used to do it very similar to that when we would write in the studio. We would usually, you know, have the engineers working on things, and we'd be out in the car. You know, I mean, I wrote songs with Tech Nine with him in the back seat and me in the front seat. You know, just listening to a beat, writing stuff, and having a ball. You know, so. But yeah, that's what I do now.
It's awesome. What is one message you'd like to give to your fans? Yeah, to only your fans, not the world.
Well, you know, I think the overall message of just my existence here is related to what God pulled me out of, and the best way to describe it, you know, and I've said this a lot of times, is, you know, when people tell me that they observed part of my story and realized that if, quote, Killa C can do it, they can do it, end quote. That's one of the most rewarding things for me, because honestly, you know, I don't deserve to be alive. I don't deserve to be free, let alone a school teacher, you know. And so the miracles that it took to pull me out of that and put me where I am are nothing short of God, and I'm thankful for that. And so my existence and presence on these platforms and whatnot is, you know, a message for people that choose to use it, choose to view it. And so, you know, I guess to sum it up, my message is God is real, God is good, God loves you, and he's calling you every day, you know. So
Anything you want to say to just the world?
I would say the same thing to the whole world, man. You know, Jesus loves you, God is there for you, and he's calling you every single day. You know, the thumbprints of God in our lives become visible when we start to see him. I'm not special. I'm not unique. God worked in me and through me and around me because I let him. And I was at a place where I had to make a decision. It was either finish dying or hurry up and start living. And, you know, thankfully, God had put some people in my life at the time that had begun to plant some seeds of faith. And, you know, I'd had a daughter already at that point. And so I had just enough knowledge and just enough inspiration and just enough reason to hold on. But the day came when all of that was unraveled, and I was, you know, within an inch of my life. And I'm very thankful to be here. You know, I'm thankful to be here on your show today, and thankful to be saved, and I'll be thankful to be teaching later, you know.
So I just had Skits Craven on the show. He seemed to like this. A lot of the artists like this question.
Okay.
It's a silly question. What is your most useless talent?
Ooh. My most useless talent. Oh gosh. Uh, I was actually a semi-professional road bike racer for several years, and that's pretty useless. I was doing 50, 60 races a year for several years there. I had a lot of fun with it, but it took a lot out of me, and it required a lot to maintain. Yeah, I raced all over the country and got a couple of state championships, and had some moderate success. It was good for me at the time. It was an outlet as well. So.
I asked Jason Mass the Booth that question, and he said his most useless talent is working on cars. I'm like, how's working on cars a useless talent? And he said because he'd rather send his car to the shop than work on it himself. I feel that, you know what I mean? Yeah, that was a good interview. You should check it out.
Absolutely.
So do you sing in the car, in the shower, stuff like that when you're alone?
Of course. Who doesn't? Only crazy people don't.
Sean just gets craven. He said that when he's in the car or anything like that, like normally his day is just completely music, so when he's by himself, he turns it all off. You know what I mean? I get it. I understand that. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for music and stuff, what would you be doing right now?
Well, what I am doing really, because music is secondary to me these days. So I'm teaching. That's what I do. I spend my days teaching, and I love that. I have a nice family that I enjoy being with, and so life is good. I like to travel, like to go skiing and cycling and do fun things like that. But yeah, my life without music could be what it is. What's that?
Are your numbers good for your book sales? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, it's been doing well. We did achieve 4 #1 bestseller statuses on Amazon. So it is a #1 bestseller in 4 different categories, which was pretty exciting. That was cool. Our goal was to get 1, and we got 4. And so that was really cool to have that happen that opening week. And we stayed in those categories for the better part of a week, so that was successful. That was great. There's been a lot of great feedback. A lot of people are talking about it. People are still buying it, so that's been great. And I'm really looking forward to some things we're going to be doing with the book next year. There'll be a hardcover copy coming out probably in the next couple of months. So it'll look just like this, only it'll be a hardcover. I'm going to do an Audible version as well. That'll come out in the spring.
That was my next question, because I was looking for it on Alexa the other night. Yeah.
And I'm going to read it, except there's 2 parts in there that are read by other people. And I'm going to have them read their parts. And then I think what I want to do, there's a couple of spots where there's song lyrics. And so I want to take the studio version of an a cappella and have that be also on there too. So I want it to be a unique Audible book. I don't want to just throw it together. So I'm looking forward to that. I have the new album that I'll be working on and putting out next year. That's exciting. It's called Lost and Found. And, next year is the 10-year anniversary of War Stories. So you never know, there might be something in the works as a commemorative re-release, so to speak.
Hey y'all, it's your girl K Will, and it's time for another edition of the K Will Spotlight Report. Today we're spotlighting the brand new release of Blaze Hunter's new single, Shout Out to the Struggle, featuring LB Sickning and Rife from SicKKo Entertainment. This trio has joined forces creating a hip-hop classic that does not disappoint. You can find Shout Out to the Struggle on all streaming platforms, and their official music video is coming soon. This has been another edition of the K Will Spotlight Report. Make sure you stay tuned in to the Blaze It Up Music Career Show. Take this opportunity to share the live feed and support the culture. It's your girl K Will. Stay safe.
So I'ma get this to the struggle. Thank God for the struggle.
Good times.
Killa C, Angels and Demons, 9 years ago, 264,000 views.
Let's get it.
You know, and if you're really a fan of Killa C, man, and you really checked out his career, bro, like it's such a hell of a story. It's honestly, it's like another E.N.T story, man. If you listen to E.N.T shit, man, it's like you hear this wicked ass shit, like you just pure evil, bro. Like you think you're going to hell for listening to it, and then you watch their life, man, and it just transitions into something else. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
Here's another piece of the interview.
It's dope. That's dope. You still friends with Tech Nine, man?
I haven't talked to Tech for a few years. You know, I would say that we are always good. You know, that was the nature of our friendship. You know, I have nothing but love and respect for Tech and all of Strange. You know, a lot of great people, made a lot of great relationships over there, had a lot of great times. You know, there was never any bad blood. There was never any ill will or anything like that. We did what we did, and we kept moving, you know, and they moved in one direction, and, you know, I went in complete opposite. And, you know, I'm very proud of Tech. I'm very, very proud of him and Travis and, you know, Chris, and the work that they've done over the years, because I was in a unique position where, you know, I mean, when I met them, they were just starting to tour, and they were just starting to tour in vans, you know, and so I was there throughout that process of them, you know, going from vans to buses, you know, to world tours and things like that. And so having been blessed to be a part of their journey in that way was really cool, you know. So, you know, they're also living a life where, you know, they're moving 1,000 miles an hour, and so for them, I think it's all business in most of what they do. And that's just fine. You know, I respect that. I respect their hustle. And like I said, I think they're great people, you know. So I have no doubt that if I were to run into Tech, Chris, or any of them, you know, tomorrow or today, it'd be great. You know, we'd sit down and have a great time and chat it up. But, you know, life has this way of taking people in and out of your life. And, you can either embrace that and enjoy the process, or find yourself in a constant state of grieving. And you know, I find myself thankful for the time that I had. I also know that I would not have been a lifetime fit for that scenario, because I would have lived a very short life. So that's where we are.
Right, good. Yeah. You got me thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? This is 20 years of watching this shit. You know what I mean? Like, insightful interview. Where have you performed, and what is your favorite location to perform?
So we performed a lot, you know, like our biggest year was when the Grave Plot album came out, The Plot Thickens. And we did over 80 shows that year. So we toured in, you know, almost every state, like 45 or something like that. It was a lot. You know, a lot of cool places. You know, there was some holes in the wall that were fun, and then there were some big places that were a lot of fun. The one that really hit me, though, was when we opened for ICP at Red Rocks, and just outside of Denver. Because that's one of those quintessential, like, bucket list places to go or see a show, and being able to be on the other side of it, to be part of the show and to be backstage at Red Rocks was an amazing experience. So, you know, looking up at about 7,000 people, I think is what was in attendance that day, was pretty crazy. You know, it was cool. And it was the largest, you know, physically largest stage I've ever seen in my life. It was huge. I mean, it doesn't look as big when you're in the audience, but once you're on it, I mean, you could probably park 6 or 9 semi-trailers on that stage, you know, in 2 different rows. And so anyway, I would have to go with Red Rocks. You know, it's a beautiful place. The sound is amazing. And, you know, you go backstage there and you see evidence of all the legends of rock and roll and whatnot that have been in and out of there and have, you know, blessed the hallways of that place. You know, it was a pretty cool experience. Red Rocks was was definitely would be that for me for sure.
Yeah, when I started doing music myself, like the first show and stuff I did, you were already done touring. Like, so I never got to open for you or anything. You know what I'm saying? But I've always been hoping I'd get to interview you someday. I started this show, man. It's on Roku TV on Signature Series Network. You can download the app. We kind of run it like it's not it's Mr. Cooper and Blaze Hunter. I'm just, I got my show on there. But they run it kind of like an MTV, but for the underground, and they realized, hey, we kind of need a portion of this Juggalo world. So they kind of gave it to me.
Cool.
Right. I'm not affiliated with it. I've never met the clowns. I've never met any of these. I've never met Tech Nine. None of that stuff, I'm just doing it on my own, dude. I don't know. It's pretty cool to have artists like you, Skits Craven, 1 Ton from Potluck. I got a shout out from Ritz. Like it's cool, you know what I mean? And to be doing music on my own, you know what I mean?
Awesome.
Right. It's pretty dope, dude. I'll never forget when I met you because you're by like I want to say it was a van. I mean, this is 2003, man. It's a long time ago. So you were by a van and this kid was wrestling and I was standing next to you. You were talking to me about your CD and I don't know, dude, I was like 16, 17 years old. So there's this dude wrestling this other dude and he took a piece of fence and just smacked him, crack, right on top of the freaking head, man. And it like the dude ended up in the hospital that night. Do you remember that?
No, not at all.
No, like it's 2003, man. It's a long time ago. Yeah, man. So, what's your favorite song to perform?
Favorite song to perform?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I have recited the lyrics to Lead Me multiple times in a way that's kind of like a performance. And that's the new single that I put out a few months ago. I've done that several times at speaking engagements where I've been asked to speak, to some groups. And that one still gives me chills in a good way. There's some songs from back in the day that would give me chills, but not in a good way. That one would give me chills in a good way because there's so much truth and reality packed into that. And it's raw from my heart, from my soul, and it's inspired by the Lord. So I would say Lead Me would be that one. And that's one that, if I was to perform again, it would be the front of my set for sure.
Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna talk to Blaze and come up with a feature for you, for real, to make this happen. Blaze is a Christian artist, and
awesome.
And I'm a horrorcore artist, and we collaborate a lot. And I don't know, we just do something different. Like I'll send him my lyrics, man. He'll take my cuss words out, like you're not being on a song with me talking like that. You know what I mean? He's cool, man. Like he's a great inspiration to me. I'm gonna link you up with him when we're done.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Blaze Hunter's Top 10 Music Video Countdown Show. We live, we here. Welcome to the Dope Bar. Hold on, I am one of them. Then you already know I am here with another We chillin', we live, we getting ready to get into this countdown. What? What you mean? In that number 8. I thought we said we weren't gonna do this. We straight, right? Right?
So what'd you think of that last song, man?
I'm gonna be singing it all night probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have heard that one before.
Yeah, that video's dope. You have heard of Killa C.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
That's real talk though, man, because sometimes it seems that way, man. We're getting, you know, pulled back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You know, a girl walks by, you look at her ass. Man, that's a nice ass. Man, stop looking at that girl's ass.
Yeah, right.
You know
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard to be, you know. It's hard to live properly, I guess. You know, in a world like this, it's every corner, every click of every button, it seems like there's something there trying to draw you in, you know?
Right, and that's all Killa C's career was all about. It's probably what his book is all about, man. Like,
yeah. I want to read that, man. I want to read it.
And you can, if you look at Killa C, the way Killa C looked, just his body, the way he looked when he first started in music, and then the very last video he made, I mean, bro, they look like two different people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The drugs and the chicks and the parties and it started to take a toll on him.
Yeah.
And like you said in that one song we just played like 2 songs ago, like it was literally music or death, or music and death, or it's family and Jesus. You know?
Right.
That's what it got down to. And you know, a lot of artists that I talk to, man, that are like older and don't do it anymore. It's the same story over and over. You know?
You got to learn to balance it, man. You got to, you know, it's still hard, bro, man. Not many people can do it, you know?
I only hear of one.
Yeah.
One. Chris Calico. In the gene, in the genre and stuff that I check out, you know what I mean? I only hear of one. Chris Calico. According to everybody else, Chris Calico is, he actually, he don't mess with the females, he don't do drugs, he don't. You know,
No kid.
Yeah. I don't know how true that is, because I obviously don't know him personally, but.
Yeah.
Interviews and shit, you know.
That's cool if it's true, though.
Right, man. So let's go on, man.
Yes, sir.
Good one, man. I like a lot of these, man.
Yeah, pretty dope, actually, man. I'm surprised I never heard of them.
Killa C, the struggle.
Yeah.
50,000.
Damn.
Yeah, that ended saying something.
What just happened, man?
Yeah, you know, this is his newest music. You know what I'm saying? It might be 9 years old, but this was the music. This was the music he let out to say goodbye, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, dog, I haven't seen an interview from Killa C in years. Not that I know of. You know, I could be wrong, but yeah.
Don't know.
You know, hopefully they really go.
I like that one. I like that song, man. Man, that had a good vibe to it.
Sleeping with my pistol. 82,000 views.
Yeah.
You know, that was Killa C before Killa C had his revelation, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to find one more Killa C song, dog. Hopefully I can find it real quick. If not, we're just going to play Sarah. So overall, what do you give him so far? 1 to 10.
I'd give him a solid 8 across the board.
Right.
Yeah, a solid 8. I can't wait to read that book, though. Maybe a 9. Some pretty good stuff, actually.
What's the most trouble you've gotten into?
Oh, you know, and that's something that I also talk about in the book. You know, I mean, From Crime to Christ, Thumbprints of God and the Life of a Criminal. You know, it's not something that I'm proud of, and it's not something that, you know, I want to glorify in any way, but it is something that is a part of my journey, and I do talk about that, you know, in pretty good detail in the book. But you know, I lived a life that I repent of. You know, I was a career criminal for many years, and the reality is that what it took to accomplish what we did do was a lot of things behind the scenes that, you know, I sum up by saying there's 1,000 reasons why I should be dead and 1,000 more why I should be in prison. And so nothing ever good, you know, came out of any of that, but in all of it, I can see the thumbprints of God, you know, and I can see him working with me, molding me into what I'm becoming today. And for that, I'm very thankful.
I remember the first time I watched Torn. I actually prayed for you. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I needed it.
It angered me though, because like I've had this idea. At the same time, it angered me because I had this idea all my life of doing the demon. You know, if you look at my logo, man, all my life I wanted to do that. You know, and then I saw you and you did it, but I had to do it a completely different way. It's just a lot of people relate to that. A lot. I mean, it's life, man. Every day is a battle here. You know.
Spiritual warfare is a very real thing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So what is the best advice you've been given?
Be yourself, trust God, and the truth is never the problem.
If you could change anything about the industry, what would it be?
Lies and deception.
I agree. Word. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say, man? What's up?
You know, I'd say as far as plug-in, you know, it's just this, you know. So I tell everything I possibly can fit into a book here. You know, this was a long time coming. You know, Adam Vibe Gutton from Recovered on Purpose, he wrote a book, From Chains to Saved, and that was a big part of what brought me to the movement that he's working on with Recovered on Purpose. You can search them and find them. And then another one of us, Brittany, she wrote a book called Mommy Drunkest. And these are, you know, stories about people who struggle with different types of addiction, different types of lifestyles. You know, mine was more about the crime and criminal element that I was involved in and all that was wrong with that, and how that almost took my life. But, you know, that's something where it's been so therapeutic for me to write the book. And it's been such a blessing to be able to see how it's positively impacting other people. And so for me, that's the thing I would plug. I would say, check out the book. You can get a digital copy on Amazon for, I think, about $3, or you can buy a copy from Amazon for $14.99, or you can message me privately and I'll send you a copy for $14.99 autographed. So, and that's something that I've been doing for people for a while now too. If they hit me up and send me a PayPal, then I'll go ahead and ship them one.
I'll be doing that today.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So yeah, man, get the book. It's doing good things, and I've had nothing but great feedback from it. It's been a great process. In fact, I'm kind of in the beginning stages of kicking around some ideas for the next one, because there's been a lot of good work that's come out of that, and that's been a huge blessing to me. So,
do you have any copies of Grave Plot left?
Which one? There were two. The
one that you were passing out in 2003.
That would have actually been 2005.
Whatever. 3, 4, and 5. That's the gatherings I went to, and they're all mixed up into one big memory. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're all
great. we started Grave Plot in 2005. Yeah. The idea came to me when I saw that what we used for that cover on the front page of the local newspaper. But that one I don't have any copies of. No. I have, like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 copies of the Plot Thickens, the album we put out on Strange Music, and then I have some copies of War Stories, and then the Coal Hill, or the Killa C Presents Coal Hill album. Those are the only CDs that I still have any copies of.
I had it for years. I had it all the way up until 2013. My ex-wife burned it.
Oh, well,
pray for her. She's going to prison for murder probably. So pray for her.
Wow, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. There are thousands of them out there. So if you were to look online, I'm sure you'd find somebody that'd be willing.
Well, yeah, man, it's a little different getting it from the man himself, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I had one, I'd hook you up, but I don't. Sorry.
So I appreciate you for getting on the show, man. For people like you to see an up and coming artist like me, and for you to even mess with me, you've never heard of me, you've never seen the show. You know what I mean? It's humble of you, man. A lot of artists and people can take heed to that, and I'm gonna hit you up as soon as we're done. I'm gonna look on my JPay, make sure I got the money for it, or my JPay, my PayPal, and make sure I got the money for it. And yeah, man, I appreciate this, Killa. And hopefully we can collaborate.
Absolutely, just hit me up.
Yeah, can I get a plug out of you for the show?
Sure. What would you like?
Just say something about your book throughout it. This is Killa C. You're watching It's Just Music on Signature Series Network.
It's Just Music on Signature Series Network.
On Roku, yeah.
Okay, so once again, I'm going to end it with Grave Plot. This is Killa C and Liquid Assassin. That's who this is, okay? So this is Grave Plot and Tech 9. And this is the song, besides Torn, this is the song that got me into them. You know what I'm saying? That got me into Killa C, got me into Liquid Assassin. I've actually reached out to Liquid Assassin. Liquid Assassin, him and I have talked. We'll see what happens in the future. Yeah, man. I don't know. Just check this out, dog. This is a pretty rare Tech 9 song. You don't understand, Zuka. That song gets me so fucking hyped, dog. I mean, I got a Strange Music tattooed on my back, dog. You know what I'm saying? And like, I watched Killa C go from a rapper like I am to like boom, blow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Within a year. You know what I'm saying? He was at the same gathering Tech 9 went to for the first time. You know, and like Tech seen him and shit. Bro, there's such a story there, dude. That song brings back so many dope ass memories for me, dog. Like
that song, that was. I love the sounds in that song, man. Props to the producer, man.
Yeah, man. It's like it's the perfect mix. You know what I'm saying? Because Killa C has that slow flow. You know what I'm saying? He's a slower kind of flow. He's got like, whatever. And then you got Liquid Assassin. And Liquid Assassin, I'm pretty sure he's a Mexican dude. You know what I'm saying? You got a white dude, a Mexican dude, and a black dude. Tech 9. You know what I'm saying? All on the same track. You know, one's slow, one's medium, and one is super, super fast. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, it's just the perfect mix for me, man. That song is dope as fuck, bro. Like, to me,
those dark, eerie sounds, man. I love it, man.
Honestly, honestly, in my opinion, that's one of Tech Nine. That's in the top 20 best songs Tech Nine ever made. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Tech's got a lot of songs.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Tech Nine's dope too.
Favorite rapper ever, bro. Above everybody. Above everybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of rappers out there that I got just as much respect for as Tech Nine. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But gun to my head type shit, Tech Nine all day. I mean, I got straight music tatted on my back, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, it is what it is.
Woo woo.
Yeah, woo woo all day. So what's up, man? Which one do you want to play? You want to play Sarah since it's on your shirt? Which one do you want to do?
Whatever you want to do, man. It's all good. Everything. It's all good. Sarah, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Make sure y'all check out Forbidden Thief, man. It premieres 1/9/21 at 12 o'clock p.m. So, you know, be on YouTube.
January 9th.
Yeah. You know what? I bet you Blaze puts this on the network just because you're on it, bro. I bet he does. We'll see.
It's all good.
So check this out, man. LB Sickning featuring Zuka and Mars, Sarah.
Let's get it.
My favorite part of that cartoon is the very end. That shit is fucking wicked, man.
Poor Sarah.
Sorry, Sarah. Sarah, I'm sorry.
Oh. Hell yeah.
It's pissed off so many of her family members, man.
Oh, man.
Look into my eyes and ask me if you really think I give a fuck.
It's just a song, man.
Word, bro. It's a song. We're having fun with it. We're young, dumb, full of cum, drunk off beer and lots of rum. I'm just playing on a drink. But, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's just music, right?
Right, bro. The fuck? If I made a scary movie, if I was a director and I made a movie and I had somebody fucking murder her, you know what I'm saying? What's the difference? And besides, man, I just made the track about writing. I just wrote about fucking tying her up and having some crazy ass sex. I give it to y'all to finish it, man. Y'all did what y'all did. Y'all the ones that made it creepy like that.
Had to. Hell yeah.
I mean, I knew what I was getting myself into, man. First of all, you're Zuka. Second of all, that's the most. He's been labeled the most controversial artist in America. You know what I'm saying? He was labeled that by like TV or like news hosts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, his verse was pretty dope too, man. I mean, hey, you turn me loose with a pin. You know what happens? That's what happens right there. I dig in the back of my mind and just.
Right, bro. You know. Regardless, whether anybody wants to admit it or not, a lot of people have those thoughts.
Sure.
You know?
Not everybody's willing to share them.
Right. And that's the difference between artists like you, me, and Mars, and quite a few other people. You know what I'm saying? Not to start a fucking 14-hour long list here, but
no, but it attracts the haters, and we love the haters. The haters out there, we love you. Thank you.
Amen. What was old boy saying on that one post tonight, man? He's talking about making a diss track to me. Please do, bro. Please do. Yeah. I might reply.
Let's do it.
I doubt it, but I might. Anyway, man, thanks for being on the show, Zuka.
Yes, sir. Thank you for inviting me. Thanks to all the fans. Good job, Killa C, Tech 9. Dope show.
Yeah, man, let's end the interview.
Yo, what's up? It's Cole Hill, aka Killa C. Make sure you get my new book, From Crime to Christ, Thumbprints of God in the Life of a Criminal. And as soon as you do that, on Amazon, of course, make sure you stay tuned to It's Just Music on Signature Series Network on Roku TV, yo.
Thank you, Killa. Have a good one, bro. God bless you.
You too, bro. God bless you, man. Peace.
Peace.
What up, Ninja? Trying to be on Roku TV? Signature Series Network, yo. Check me out every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock. I got a show called It's Just Music. I guess it's doing good enough. The Signature Series Network gave me my whole day to do whatever I want. I'm gonna give it to my family. Why not, right? We're doing Juggalo Day. Woo woo. Do you cook? Got prank videos? Make music? Ever made an independent movie? It's all kind of shit you can come up with. You wanna be on TV, yo? Check out the flyer. Email me. Send that shit. I'm not gonna choose everybody. If your content's good enough, you'll make it in the show. Good luck. Woo!
Sometimes you gotta pay homage to the ones that give you your style. I took this shit, I ran with it, and now I spit that sicko shit. No women and no ICP if Isham didn't exist. No SOS, I don't kiss. I'm just speaking of some real shit. I'm kinda mental and I'm sick in this music. Cause we deal with it, American made angels and demons. My homie got shot, slugged from a 45. You still holding your Coca-Cola, put some cocaine in your soda. Voices in my head say I am better off dead.
Paying homage, homage, paying homage, homage, paying
Family this Friday night, that was my ground. Did it and did it, brother Lin Chung, he's sick with it.